separated values. Each row will be separated with a delimiter. By default, in each row will be separated by comma. It is just similar like a text file, children. CSV file is similar like a text file, but text file we store it in Notepad, whereas CSV file automatically create an Excel sheet, spreadsheet. Automatically it will create an Excel sheet, and that Excel sheet we make use as a database. Why we go for the CSV file is nothing but, children, whenever you want to store huge amount of data, this Excel sheet has a capacity to store the huge amount of data in the form of tables. We can retrieve the data easily from the tables than compared to the text file, than compared to the normal text file. Understanding, children? Students, are you understanding? And each record should be separated with a delimiter. As you all know that text file has a delimiter, whereas binary files does not have a delimiter. In single line only it will be there. How much of data you put, it will be there in the single line only. That does not require any separator, end of the line. Whereas for the text file also the cursor will be blinking, as you all observe. It has an end of the line. Similarly for this CSV file also, children, okay, you require an end of the line. That end of the line by default it will act like a comma. Clear? So what is the full form of the CSV file, children? Comma separated values. Okay. Now currently, like different databases we have, and different databases, I don't know whether the CSV file will support for different tools. Now this is supporting for Excel spreadsheet, it is supporting. When I save .csv, it will get created with Excel sheet. It is not creating the text file, children. Are you all understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all understanding, children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, I told no, all the concepts are same, children. Like text file only it will work. Human readable format only it will be there. But binary file will not be in the human readable form. No. But the difference is it will store the data in the tabular form. Tabular data. Like in the form of tables, the data will be stored. In the form of tables, it will contain a field, it will contain a record. Okay, each line in a file is nothing but record. Each line in a file is nothing but record, children. So where it will store? In the spreadsheet or in the database. So now it will store in the Excel sheet, spreadsheet, children. And end of the line, by default, it is comma separated value. It will end with comma. Additional, if you want, you can just make use of an argument called new line. Whenever you are creating the file with the open method, children, additional argument you can add, and you can separate the record with the tab. 5 spaces you can give. You can separate the line with colon. You can separate the record with pipeline symbol. Either you can separate with an semicolon. Like these are few characteristics. You can give this by adding the third argument for the open method. Open method means we create the CSV file. First name will be the file name. Like how generally we give student.csv. Like student.txt I gave. Student.dat I gave for binary file. And for CSV, you should give file name.csv. That is the file name. And mode, whenever you are writing, you should give W, children. And whenever you are reading the data through the CSV file, you should give read. And third argument, additionally, we give here as new line. I told no, each and every line, end of the line should be separated. This we have to give by default. By default, comma will be there. By default, if you don't give the third parameter argument. Third argument, if you don't give, children, by default, comma will be there. If you want additional delimiter to end a particular record, then you have to give /t. 5 spaces will be created. Colon. The end of the line will be separated by the colon. Pipeline will be like this symbol, children. Semicolon will be like this. Clear?
Ma'am, tomorrow we don't have computer exam, no, ma'am.
It is being postponed to Thursday, Noppa.
We have chemistry and English, no, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Computers, it is being postponed to Thursday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You got a message now, children, from the group?
Yes, ma'am. we got
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We got to, but what is the use of keeping the class now? We can study for chemistry and English, no, ma'am. Chemistry is only a big headache.
Like even computer portions also should be completed. No, hardly you are getting very less classes now, children. Weekly, one day or twice only you are getting.
Today we can step it tomorrow. That will be better.
Okay. Maximum I'll take for 50 minutes, children. Okay. I will support you all. 50 minutes I'll take. 6:50 I'll wind up. Okay. Please concentrate now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Advantages of the CSV file. Very easily we can create, like how we create the binary file and text file. Very easily with the open method we can create, children. So like big companies and all, whenever they want to import and export the database with a spreadsheet, they can make use of for storing bulk amount of data, but spreadsheet capacity is also less. That is why separate tools and all we are using. Correct, no, children? For the backend support, CSV file will be helpful. And see, main advantage is this compared to text file and binary file. For storing large amount of data, we can store large amount of data. So these are the 3 advantages. That is why today you have the concept of CSV file, comma separated values. So Python CSV module, what is the method we use? So to read is already there in the binary file. Read line, read of n, read lines already there. Write lines already there in the binary file. So we cannot use the same method. Correct, no, children? We have to use the new method. No, that is why they have kept reader to read the data from the CSV file. And they have kept the term called writer. But whenever you want to use this method, you should import the CSV module, children. Without importing the CSV module, these methods will not work because these definitions are stored in this module. So compulsory you have to import, especially I told no for sys file. For system, you have to import sys, no. Like even pickle also we have imported for random and load method. Yes or no, children?
Yes.
So similarly for the CSV module, you have to import CSV. See, like this you have to import. Then only these methods will work. Reader and writer is the name where we can use that method. Next you have opening or closing the CSV files, children. So to open the CSV file in the right mode, this path you can give 3 ways. Directly you can give the file name, or directly you can give single slash by using the roasting, or you can use the double slash. Path you should specify for the file name. If you are writing the content into the CSV file, then you should use write mode. If you are reading the content from the CSV file, then you should use read mode. Okay, children, .csv extension. You should say the file name, then only Excel sheet will be created. If you say with .txt and .dat, text file will be created. .dat means binary file will be created. .txt means text file will be created. So whenever you want to close the CSV file, you should use f.close. Compulsory you should use. Then only it will write or it will read the content. Clear?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody is getting any doubt. Non-stop I'm talking, but nobody is asking me any doubt. You are understanding, students?
Because tomorrow is chemistry exam. Whole chemistry is going on in the head.
I can understand, children. The problem is you did not prepare from initial stage. If you'd have prepared, no, then today it would have not become burden to you.
Ma'am, we didn't know we'll have exam only, ma'am.
All of a sudden they have kept. Like you should take like task, children. Like you should not feel it burden. New things you should accept and you should try to achieve it. Challenges you should take in life and you should try to accept it and do it through yourself. For everybody in life will not get challenges, correct? All of a sudden, if they have told for you means it's a challenge for you. You should take it as a challenge and you should accept and do it. Correct? No. So this is a big challenge for you all. You should prove yourself, right? By achieving it.
In
Achieving
online
is
class, it is not possible to prove anything, ma'am.
it is possible. Only the thing is you should set the mind. Hardly you sit and study with concentration 1 hour, then studying the entire day without understanding. Without understanding, sitting 4 hours and holding the book in front of TV or in front of the mobile, it's waste. 1 hour you concentrate, understand the concept and study. Correct? You're going to achieve. Definitely you'll achieve it. With concentration, understanding the concept, definitely you are going to achieve. Very important, accepting the challenges in life, children. You should do it. You should accept it. You should never regret for that. Okay, children. Next, I'll move to the role of the argument new line. I told no the third parameter in the open method we use the new line. Here I did not mention. I have not mentioned. So here you can use the keyword called new line, and you can give, children, if you don't want, you can give the single quotes. That means continuation. If you want a single space, you can give space. So like this, the new line feature will come to end of the record, end of the line. Like this you can add in the CSV file, children. Additional argument will be there in the CSV file. And different argument by default will support different end of the line characters differently, children. You have Macintosh operating system, Unix operating system, Windows operating system, so many different types of operating system. You have Apple operating system. So end of the line characters, it will differ for the CSV file. So one end of the line characters you can give new line, that is nothing but line feed you can give as a new line character. One more you can give null character. So different operating system will take by default different values. Next you have writing, how to write the content into the CSV file. How to write the content into the CSV file. See, children, you have to import CSV. You have to import CSV. Then you have to use dot writer. That means it will support writing. What it will return? Whenever first you have to use import CSV, then you should use import is the CSV is the module, dot writer is the method. What this will do, it will return an object, children. With that object, you can write the rows. Without that object, you cannot write the rows. Through that object only you should write the rows. So to get that object, you have to use the writer. To retrieve the object, you have to use the writer. So it returns a writer object. It writes the data into the CSV files. Understood, children? Did you all understood what is CSV dot writer? So with the help of that object, you can add the rows. You can add the single row. Row means single row of data you can write. Rows means n number of rows at a time you can add in the table. Understood, children? Because the data is being entered in the form of table, no? The table can store the data in the form of rows. Suppose if I give the field as name, age, and date of birth, name first row I'll enter, second row I'll enter. So for the first row, if you want to enter, you can make use of right row. All the 3 rows, if you want to enter together, you can make use of right rows. So multiple rows of data you can write by making use of the writer object. If you don't make use of the writer object, this right row and right rows will not work. Compulsory, you should call this method first. Then you should accept that object. With the help of that object, you should write row. I will tell you how to accept that object. With the help of that object, how you will write by showing an example. Understood, children? Shall I move to the programming part? How to write and how to read?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll open the Python IDE. Students, now at least you concentrate because I'm doing the programming part. Okay, now I want to write, children. So what I will do first, I will use import CSV. Okay, children. Next, I'm opening the CSV file in the desktop. I will just get that path so that in that path I can create one CSV file. So now I've given single slash, children. I'll use R. Then tell me some file name. stu.csv shall I give? Now I want to write, no, so I'm using write mode, children. Now I have created the file. It will get created in the desktop. Okay, see, now I'm using the object for write as S writer, or writer also. Writer you cannot use because it is the keyword. Now I will use csv.writer. csv.writer f. That file object I am returning to the S writer. Now S writer is the file object. S writer is the file object. Now see, always you should use S writer. Now if you want to write the rows, then you should use write row. You want the rows, no, children. So if you want name, you can give name. Then if you want the roll number, you can give the roll number. If you want the marks, you can give the marks. This is the row columns I am setting. I am creating one row with these names. Okay, in the table. Now I am creating one empty list, children. Now I want to add multiple rows. No, that is using while loop. While.
Ma'am, right row is a tuple or a list?
Method. It is a list.
No, what you have entered inside that is a list, right?
Right row is the method. Inside the method, I have given the list.
List, yeah, that's all. Okay.
Then see, R is one variable. I am entering the input, children. Enter roll number. Next, name I will use N. Input of. Enter name. Then M is the marks. Okay, I have changed the hierarchy. So in that form only I'm entering the input, children. So int of input of marks until when, then I'm adding all that to the list, n comma m. Then I'm using the append children. REC is the existing list, like empty list. I'm appending this. It will become the nested list. Correct, no children? Then CH is equals to till when? Input of, do you want to enter more records? So you can choose Y or no, yes or no. Okay. If whatever the character, if you enter children, if that character is equals to no, n, then I will break. So that it will come out from the while. Correct, no children?
Yes, ma'am.
So next for I in record. Now write rows. I should make use of write rows. Yes, writer is the object dot write row. Write row of I means one after the other, the row will get appended to the file. Yes or no, children? That is why I have made use of this for loop. Finally, f dot close. See here, I'm entering all this from the keyboard, children. Finally, I'm appending one after the other row by making use of this for loop into that record. Clear? See, children, first I'm importing CSV. Why? Because writer, write rows package, it is there in that module. So we have to import. Next, I'm creating the file in my desktop. This is the path, children. I'm using the write mode. By default, it will be separated by commas. New line I did not give. This I am creating one object. This is the writer object with the name I am creating, children. So CSV.writer you should use to perform the write operation with respect to the file object that I am storing. This is the writer object. It is returning. So whenever you want to write, first you have to create the call. Is now creating the field, roll number, name, and marks. It is creating with these names. Initially, I have created one empty list, children. While I am repeating how many inputs I want with respect to roll number, name, and marks, and I am storing that in the form of list, and I am appending that to the record. It will become nested list. That means within one list, one more list will be there. Then finally, whether I want to continue to enter the next record or not. After entering the input from the keyboard, now I'm writing the content into that CSV file, one after the other by making use of the for loop. One after the other, it will get added to that list by making use of the writer object. So writer will return the writer object. Always if you want to write row or if you want to perform the write rows, you have to make use of the writer object. Now, did you understood, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I will save this file name wr.pyp. Okay, then I will run now. See, it is asking enter roll number. Tell me some roll number 1. It is asking enter ACL. It is asking. Okay. Now I put no children. It is asking me enter that one. Next, whether you want to continue or not. I will give yes. Now second I'm entering into the row, children. So second data is 2. I'll enter DEF and marks as 99. It is asking me, yes, 3 rows I'll enter. 3, some G, F, H, some name I'm giving. Then 98 I'm giving. Now I will give no. See, now when I give no, it break. Yes or no, it came out of the while loop. Yes or no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we'll see, go check whether that CSV file is created, whether the data is been added in the desktop or not. So what is the file name I have created, students? stu.csv, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now everybody observe whether that stu.csv is created or not. So this is the desktop files which I have. stu. See, children, can you all see Excel sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
631, it got created when I run the file. Yes or no? Now I'll open this and I will share. See now, children, right row has created the roll number, name and marks. Yes, it is created. Yes or no? This is only input I have entered, no?
Yes, ma'am. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you see, I will use for the same output. What happened? What is the problem? My mouse got hanged, children.
Sumuka, COC ಆಡ್ತೀಯಾ?
Time to quit. Did anyone message mom?
Children, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Like all of a sudden, mouse got stuck. I'm audible now, children.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Did you all understood how to write the content into the file?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you all got an idea like how to create the data file. How can we create the data file? Now we'll check with the new line. So what is the file name which I gave, children?
SPU.
Ah, yes. That is CSV file, program file name. Now you check, children. Now see what I will do means I will just change the
Ma'am, can you once
give me-
explain the for loop mechanism? How is
for
for loop work?
loop means first iteration, first row will get appended to that Excel sheet. Second iteration, second row will get appended. Third iteration, third row will get appended into that Excel sheet. Now you are taking the input from the keyboard, no? You should write that value from keyboard to the Excel sheet, right? You should, from the keyboard value, from shell, from the interactive mode, whatever the data you're taking import, now you should add that to the Excel sheet, no CSV file, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you do that? For loop we should use. For loop until it reaches the end of the record. You should keep on writing. So this is the write object. Writer object, you should make use of the writer object. With the writer object only you can write the row. Each row it will get added to the CSV file, Excel sheet, until it reaches the final value of the record. So here you can use the like a new line. New line if you give children, new line is equals to like empty if you create, then that spaces it will remove. I will show you. Earlier you saw there was a space. Now that spaces it is going to remove. I will share you. Now see children, my screen is visible, no? 1, ABC, some marks I'll enter. Yes. 2, DF, some marks I'll enter. Then yes. 3. See, now it is taking the value from the keyboard, correct? Now that we have to write it into the CSV file, right? Now I'll give no. See, now if I open, since I did not give the space, I've given the end of the line as no spaces. Now I'll open the file and I will show you. Now see children, that end of the line spaces have gone. Earlier you saw there was a spacing, correct? One after the other line. Since I have given the new line with an empty space, that spaces have been removed. Clear children?
Yes, ma'am.
This concept is clear, no?
Yes, ma'am.
You can also give different types of delimiter also. If you want semicolon, you can give children. So where to give the delimiter?
Do we have any default mode of opening CSV file?
Default mode is, I will check whether it is right. I will not give the right mode. I will check now. I will run and check now. So I got an error here. Unsupported operation is the error.
Like here we can't do with open file name, we can't do, right? CSV file.
I'm checking.
Okay.
I'm running. Nope. You have to compulsory give the file mode for write. For
Okay.
write. Now see, I will use the new line. That means I've removed the spaces. Now here I will use delimiter and I will give you colon, semicolon. Now I'll run, children. I will say this and I will run. I'm getting some error. Okay, single quote. So each like it will be separated with the colon, children. Now again I'm getting error. Hold on, children. I'm checking. What is the spelling of the delimiter? DELIMITER. MITR. Spelling mistake. Again, I'm getting the error. DELIMITER. Permission denied. It is giving me permission denied. I try to use double slash. I think this version is not supporting for the delimiter. Permission denied it is giving. Permission error. Error number 13. Only this line only you have in the textbook also. Same delimiter is equals to colon only you have, children. Even in your reader also. But it is working. Only this syntax they have changed in the writer. They have used the delimiter. So only this syntax it is there. So when I run, I will share you that error, children. See, permission error. But in your textbook, it is working, children. It is there. So like you will get, no, I will just share when you run that output, no, children, you will get it like this. Each and every column, you will have like semicolon like this. At last, it will get separated by this. For each and every value. After that, it will get separated like this. My screen is visible, no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
If you add the delimiter, you will get like this. For all the rows, it will get separated with this. Not at last. Not at last. First and second one.
Correct the error in Google. It is showing to add chmod or chown command.
Change mode. Change the permission. I will check out. Pa. I will show you in the next class. Okay. I'll check out. No issue. I'll check out. Pa. So right rows. I will show right rows. Only one syntax will change, children. Instead of for loop, you can just add right rows. That's all. I will just remove the for loop here. All the rows, it will add. But here I is not there. Instead, you should give record, because in the record only you are appending, no. So here you should pass it as record. Right rows means you need not use the for loop, children. All the rows, same. Since I have given that no delimiter file permission error, I'm getting. Okay, I'll remove this. Right rows means all the rows, children. You need not use the for loop. All the rows, it will add. Same error I'm getting, children. I don't know. Some permission error. I'm not able to run the program. Okay, children. I will check out. I will type the programs and I will show you in the next class. We'll discuss few type questions in the next class and we'll check out. Okay, children. Yes. With this, I'm going to end the class, children. Okay, prepare for tomorrow's exam. Okay, do it. Thank you.